Okay, so I'm in the process here of installing these pallet forks, getting the bracket put on first. Now these are made in the United States. My last set I had was made in China. I bought these because they have a 36-inch tine. My other set had 48, which is a little bit too long. I think the 36 will be better and I won't lose so much lifting capacity. So here you go. These were bought from Titan Attachments, and you can see it's got the John Deere mounting here, so the loop on top, and then it has two different sets of pinholes here depending on what type of loader you have, and you can see it's pretty much straight up and down, so that's good. It's the way you want it to be. And we come over to the other side, you can see there's a huge issue here already just with the way that this pin is going in. And if we look underneath here, you can see the pin is actually hitting. Well, maybe you can. The pin is actually hitting this right up in here because it's drilled on an angle, or whoever welded this, the pin on here welded it crooked. Look at this one. How the heck are you ever going to get a pin in there? Unbelievable. What's some shoddy workmanship. And this here is the United States, made in the United States version of the pallet forks. Had I known that, I would have went with the Chinese ones, I guess. The welds look better. They don't look great. There's a spot where there's a big hole. I don't know off the top of my head. I didn't really look at these because I kind of just assumed. I put all my stock in the fact they were made in the United States, that someone was going to do some decent work and take pride in their work. Yeah, and I can't find it now, but there's a spot where they were welding through, and then there's just a big hole, and then they continued welding. Like, how is that okay? I don't know. So and I don't know what. Here you go. This doesn't look real good either here. Like that could have been done better. Something wasn't prepped that you're not getting decent penetration there. It looks like they just used the paint to cover up any imperfections. So yeah, I'm not sure. This really bothers me though, that this, I don't think this is going to work in here. I mean, I could get a smaller pin, I suppose. I think I have a smaller pin on a tractor just to use for now. And then I don't know if I'm going to try drilling this out or maybe taking a little bit of material off, but it's quite a bit that's not going to go. It's frustrating, and it's kind of sad that that's the case with that. Just some backstory. My other forks, like I said, were 48-inch Chinese made. Came from Titan Attachments. Like I said, they were just a little too big. I think I was losing lifting capacity, and every time I was going into like a pile here, they were always in too far. So with the 36, if I ever get them installed, it should be all right. And then the other thing is, I put them on Marketplace, the first set of pallet forks, thinking that, well, someone might be interested. I don't know how many people would actually be interested in John Deere. I had 1,500 views on that ad, and within the first 30 seconds, I had someone calling saying they were going to come pick them up. And I had about 20 people after that say they'll come and get them. And I think I had them on there for like 400, and nobody tried to talk me down. And I listed all the information right from the website, what I paid for them new. I think I only paid $450 maybe tops. So like, to me, that seems like, I don't know, I thought that was a fair price. I was kind of surprised I had that many people interested in them, and that there was that many people that viewed the ad. So let me mess with this a little bit here, and I'll see if I can get the forks on. Alright, so I got the pallet forks on, and these are the Made in America 36-inch, so they're much shorter, 12 inches shorter, which will be good to get around in the woods. Otherwise it's kind of hard to end up knocking stuff off because they're so long. And it should also help with loader capacity for lifting because they're not hanging out so far. And I believe these are a little bit lighter. Went with the Made in USA ones because I was assuming that they would be better built than the Chinese ones. We're going to see in a second that they're not, and how that's going to work. So we got the John Deere set up here. with the loop on top, and then we come down. You got the pins. So depending on your loader, if your loader latch is lower, they got a pin there. This is mine, and I think you can probably see that that hole there is right where it needs to be, right in the middle there, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Pin goes in, snaps on. It's actually really quick to take the stuff off. Now let's come around to the other side. I did mention that these are made in America. Look at the bottom one. The bottom one there is way off, and this one here is not as bad, but just enough that cannot, and that's the way I got it set, I'm not gonna be able to get that out, won't go in. And the way they have it here, this part that comes around here, the pin is actually hitting on this back side. So the pin is actually going in like this and hitting, instead of going straight up and down like it's supposed to. This was really heavy to get off the truck, but I'm thinking that I may leave the tines here, but I better load that back up, because I'm assuming they're going to send me a UPS ticket or FedEx ticket, and they're shipping this back. I told them they need to make this right. It's going to cost them, not me. And I sent them a couple of pictures of what the problem is. It's frustrating that you'd have an issue with that. Like, obviously there's no quality control, and like I said on this, there are some welds that are kind of questionable, but overall kind of frustrating. Actually, this whole day has been kind of frustrating. So the fact that I didn't bring out the entire socket set because I didn't think I'd need it, that was my fault. And then realizing when I was about halfway here, I forgot my wallet, so I can't even go and buy a socket from the store, which I would have done otherwise. And then now the pallet forks, which is like kind of the last straw type of situation there. So yeah, I don't know, it's a little frustrating, but I guess that's what it is. I really can't try these forks out because it's not attached on the other end. I did drive it through the woods, and it is much nicer being shorter without that hanging out so much further on the front. Like I said, I can't imagine these not lifting more, or at least getting me close to what the lifter capacity would be. So, and for moving logs around, that's still plenty long, you know. So yeah, I don't know, we'll have to see how today goes here, but not a real good start. Alright, so I'm cutting my losses. I really can't get anything done like I planned to here, and I loaded this up. Like I said, I left the tines here. I'm gonna take that back, and hopefully they send me some sort of return label for shipping it back. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe next weekend will be a better weekend. That's it for now.